So in last class, we have completed the complete test case that we are executed. So this is the test case that we have been tested in, and these are the test steps which are present inside the test cases. So now what we will be doing in the today's class. In last session, after we completing the execution of the test case, if I want to run the test case again, I would not be able to do that, right? So because the inputs which I have provided basically from the starting point of view. I mean, hard-coded inputs. In that point of view, I need to enhance my test case, right? I need to improve the stability of my test case. See, why I'm doing all these kinds of thing is if I give a static inputs all the time or whenever I want to execute this method, because I need to change the values by going to the test case, right? So my effects are, so my efforts and time would be wasted, and each and every time, if there are any number of test cases in your project, you need to go each and every test case that, then you need to change that in your test cases, right? So in today's class, when we are going to use the concept of uh, dynamic expressions, okay, this dynamic expression we are going to use, and then we will see how do we enhance the test case. So first of all, let's see dynamic expressions in Tosca. So first of all, let me tell you, see the name itself is saying some dynamic expression. Means dynamic, what is the meaning of dynamic? Which is not a constant. So it will be changing all the time. So dynamically every time a new value needs to be generated. So when you are executing the test case, right? So I'm trying to use that kind of situation in my test cases. Okay. And what are the different dynamic expressions available for us? For example, if there is a situation that I want to generate some random numbers, if I want to generate some dynamically some numbers during the runtime, if there is a, there is a situation, there is a field, I want to generate a number of any bytes, whatever the length might be. If I want to generate a dynamic number, then what is a syntax? What is the dynamic expression used is? So first we will learn random numbers. Okay. So the syntax is lever bracket, R and D, caps, square bracket, and then close. So what do you write in the syntax bracelet? So basically, the number of digits means how many digits or bytes or characters in length. So you want to generate a number, you can do it. So that you should mention how many numbers, how many digits that you want to generate. For example, I'm going to generate six. Then what would be the output? Output would be six numbers, any numbers, just random one. Okay, this is the output. So all these are my outputs. Okay, so it depends upon the probability. So you might have learned the probability. So whenever you want to generate some random numbers of any bytes in length, you can generate such kind of any n digits of random numbers using this syntax. So this is RND means random numbers. And second one, if I want to generate some random text, what is basically a text? So it is a group of characters, right? And what are the characters? Either it might be normal characters or alphanumeric characters. So alphanumeric means numbers and strings, right? If there is any situation that you need to generate a text or any string or a group of characters with a combination of both the numbers and alphabets, then you would be using the dynamic expression called random text. The second one is random text. Okay. So what is the syntax? Flower bracket, caps, random text, square bracket, and then close. This is the syntax. So can you see all the syntaxes in Tosca is almost the same? What you mentioned in bracket here. So number of digits that you want to generate. So I want to generate something 8. So what would be the output? So anything, all combination of strings and numbers. One, two. So this is my output. Anything. Okay. So if you use a random text, this will be the output for you. So mostly we will be seeing when system generated passwords would be done it. So you will be getting some system generated passwords and all these kinds of things. And so you can use this kind of dynamic expressions at the time of generating the passwords. So password is basically a combination of alpha and numbers, right? And these are system generated means I mean they will also use the concept of dynamic expressions or regular expressions. So in order to generate the values during the runtime, so you can use this brackets in that you can use 10 digits in the length or 12 digits in the length. So every time when you run a new value will be getting generated based upon the probability. And next, third one, random regular expression. See, till now we have seen random first and then random text. Now there is something called a random regular expression. So now we have just generated the dynamic expression based upon the digits or requirements of how many length you want or how many digits that you want. You have not followed any specific pattern. I mean, whatever the random expression, your dynamic equation we have generated, it might start with an alpha or with the number. But when you want any dynamic expression to get the generated based on a specific format, then you need to use random regular expression. Okay. So basically, it is used if you want to generate any name, if you want to generate any user ID or any email ID of a specific format, till now, whatever the expressions that have been generated basically are of just, I mean, dynamic nature, like you will not be known whether the number will be coming first or alpha is coming first. But here you need to be very specific. Then you need to come to this random regular expression. Okay. Just see the syntax what I'm writing here now. Flower bracket caps random regex or EGES square bracket and then close with the flower bracket. So what is the meaning of REGS regex? So it regex means random regular expression. Now here the syntax is basically so whatever you want to write the regular expression on a particular format, it should be enclosed in the double quotations. Okay. You should be close in the double quotations. So let me say I want to generate a first name like basically what would be the names? I mean, how the format would be of the names. Like first caps, right? Kiran, right? Rajesh. This is the format, right? Why you will be writing in this format? So it is a specific format which everyone follows as per English. I mean, framing standards, right? first letter capital letter and the remaining letters are small letter, right? So now, if we want to generate any such kind of expression or dynamic value during run, then with the following specific format, then I will be using this regular expression. Okay. And how do I generate this syntax? Just copy this one. You paste it. I'm going to paste it. So how do I generate first? Just give a square brackets. Under square brackets, what you will write? Caps A to caps Z. Okay. So what is the probability of generating a capital letter? Capital A to capital Z, right? In between A to Z, capital A to capital Z, I can generate any letter, right? Why? Because they are only alphabets from capital A to capital Z. But how many capital letters that you are going to generate? If you mention only one, that will be give in flower bracket one and then close. Okay. So what is this meaning? So you want to generate only one caps letter. So here you write one. If you want to, if you want to generate the first letter that is capital letter, you can generate. Or you can generate for two letters as a caps, three letters as a caps, four letters as a caps. You can give 2, 3, 4, 5. So like that. So it is up to your convenience and based upon the situation, how many number of capital letters you want to generate. So you can write that and enclose in the square brackets. For now, basically, when we are generating a name, only the first letter will be the capital. Then I will give here the value called 1. Okay. So if you leave as it is, okay, I'm going to delete this one. If you leave as it is, it means if you don't mention anything in the curly brackets, then Tosca will read only one letter, should be generated as capital letter. If you want to specifically mention, you can mention, otherwise, you can leave as it is. If you want to generate more than one, then you can specifically, you should mention how many capital letters you want to generate. So that first letter is capital letter, then I need to generate the small letters. How many small letters I want to generate? And what are the probability of small letter? So just give us square brackets, under square brackets, small a to small z, right? So remember one more important point is always your regular expression starts with the capital cap symbol, and always your regular expression ends with the dollar symbol. So just how many, first tell me how many small letters you want to generate. For example, okay, I'll give up 5. So you should mention in flower bracket. Okay. So what I'm saying here, start with the cap symbol and always your regular expression end with a dollar symbol. Just give a cap symbol here and end with the dollar symbol. So why these cap symbols and dollar symbols is representation to say that this is the starting point of your regular expression. So dollar symbol, this is the ending point of your regular expression. So this is the syntax that you want to generate basically in name. Now what is my output? First letter, something, R, and next to small letters like Rajesh. This is the random actually. No, I'm not mentioning anything. Okay. Caps. Next what? Okay. First caps and then remaining letters are small letters. Now you are generating a specifically dynamic expression based on a particular format. And you are asking to generate a particular format to Tosca. So in interview question, they will ask you, can you generate a name And what is the dynamic expression that you use to generate a specific expression on a particular format? And how do you generate names? How do you generate email IDs? So fifth one is, how do you generate user IDs? So if there is any situation in the application that if I want to generate on my own, why I'm generating all these things to overcome, and instead of changing the values each and every time by going to the every test case. So I'm just using all these things to overcome all the situations. Now, for suppose if I want to generate any user ID, then how do you generate these things? Just uh, you should write, right? Flower bracket, random, regex, okay? Then give a square bracket and then close. You should give double quotations here, okay? Under double quotations, what you will give, cap symbol and dollar symbol, okay? In between, what you will mention, see, first, I want to give a first letter as a capital letter. So capital A to capital Z, that is one thing. Okay. And I want to give remaining letters or small letters. That is another thing, like small a to small z. Okay. So I want to mention five letters. Okay. The remaining letters I want to give five letters, a random one. If you want to generate like after any name, okay. For example, okay. After that, I want to give some numeric values like 248374. Okay, this is the random one. This is format I want to generate. So what you will do after a plus, after 5, just give a plus symbol, and you should mention square bracket 0 to 9 and then close. Okay. And how many numbers you want to generate? Suppose 5. Okay. What would be the output? So you should mention, don't forget this plus. If you want to add the numeric random numbers with along with the alphabets. Okay. So this is the output. This is the output that I want to generate a specific format. Okay. So next, see, now you can see the differences. Previously, you have just used random text of 8. I mean, something here, right? Random text of 8 means it has generated the combination of both alphabets and numbers, but you don't know where the number will come, but you don't know where the letters will come, and whether it is a small letter or capital letter, that you don't know. It is just on the basis of the probability. But now by using the syntax of random regular expression, you can generate, you are restricting your dynamic expression also based upon your interest and situation. Now, the most common question is, most of the people will think that how do we generate the special characters? So there is no syntax, because how many special characters we have? From 5 to 6 only special characters. You want to use any special character, then you can specifically mention. And how come the at the rate symbol will be generated automatically? So there is nothing syntax to generate the at the rate symbol automatically. Then in this regular expression only, you need to mention where this at the rate symbol you want. So I want to generate here. Okay. I want to generate here at the rate symbol, or if you want to generate hashtag, or if you want to generate a dollar symbol or a full stop also, you can mention here. Okay. And so you should mention after 5. Okay. I want to generate up at that symbol here, or full stop or hashtag or dollar symbol, anything. So it can't be, uh, there is no syntax for particular special characters. Okay. And, mm, and at the rate, I mean, next what it is, at the rate gmail.com, right? If I want to mention at the rate gmail.com here, then so you would keep a specifically at the rate of gmail.com here after the syntax. So this is the format and this is the syntax of your random regular expressions if you want to generate user IDs. Okay, just copy and paste this syntax and use your the same syntax into your test case. So here I'm going to copy and paste it. I'm just going here, give a name, dynamic expressions. So here, um, registration details. So I'm going to delete all values. Okay. So first name, last name, email, password, confirm password. I want to give a random regular expressions. Let's see. So first name, this is the formula I want to generate here. So, and last name also. Okay. Same equation. I copied here in last name and email. Email already we have that. Just copy the syntax and paste it here. Okay. And password. So password, I want to generate a random text, whatever we have wrote right here. Random text. Just copy it and paste it here. Here also confirm password, paste it. So I want to ask you one question. If I execute this test case, it will work or not? Now I have changed all static input to dynamic inputs, right? I'm not depending upon someone to change the values each and every time. When I want to execute these test cases, now the problem of rethinking, rearrange the inputs, maintenance, types, everything is safe now. But if I run this test case, will it work? Anyone?
At last we need to give register, right? after giving inputs.
Yeah, I gave a register.
Okay.
Okay. Then if I execute this test case, it will execute it or not. Or um, it executed successfully, or you are getting an error in something. Just see this. There is a small logic. That's it. Just observe that regular expressions and say the names of fields, controls, whatever we have identified. And you already know that in last sessions, we already know if we execute this test case, whatever, I mean, with static values also, then just see, not getting. Kiran?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? Actually, I had urgent call right now.
See, I have changed all static inputs to dynamic inputs, right? So I have, I mean, if I want to execute this test case, uh, if this test case is successfully executed or not.
I guess it will.
Mm. Rajesh,
Yeah, I think so. It's selected.
but my answer is no. Why means, see, password and confirm password. So this is the random expressions, right? So different digits generated, right? Password generated something different and confirm password something generated, right? So both are not same. So that's why my test case is failed. This is the random, I mean, I'm using this text one. I mean, this syntax, random text. So it will generated random text, right? That we don't know actually. So I paste it here in password and confirm password, right? So password generated something different and confirm password something different. But actually, uh, what we will do? So password and confirm password means you should mention both are same, right? So in
Okay.
that case, your test case will not fail. So
Mm.
till now you have seen input as verified. Now see, I'm going to change the input to sorry, not here,
Buffer.
here. String,
Buffer,
string.
right?
Finger.
No, not buffer. Okay, that is an extra concept. I'm going to change that password to string. Okay. Now I mentioned here. Okay, I mentioned. Now also I'm going to delete this one because this one generated something different and this one generated something, right? So now the concept of buffer will come. So buffer, what is the buffer? It is a temporary storage which will store the values and can be reused at later point of time, right? Temporary storage which will store the values and can be reused at later point of time. Okay. So input means what? I don't know, but I want to save it, right? Now the situation is you are generating of 8 bytes, right? Which you don't know. Even I mean you are planning to save it. I'm planning to save a value and I want to use it here. So there are two ways of using a buffer. So traditional way of using buffer, that is one separate class. And see, we are giving an input and we are going to store the value. For that, we create a buffer. So I'm trying to perform multiple actions on a single control. But how do you perform? With the help of cardinality. Just go to your module, jump to module. Okay. So there is a password, right? And here there are properties. And you can see cardinality. Here you should mention 0 to n. So by using this cardinality, I perform multiple operations on a single control. Let's see what happened in that. I'm going to increase confirm password also 0 to n. Just see the test case. Password, confirm password. Okay. See, one another password is generated, duplicate one. Okay. So how do you store? So there you already increase the cardinality of password. Okay. Just write it here, caps PWD. So it is up to my convenience. You can give a PSSWO or D also. So I just want to give a shortcut form and I'm going to give a buffer action mode. Okay. And here you should give a string. Sorry, PWD. Okay. So for example, so something password is generated. Uh, heads. This is the password actually. But where you are going to store PWD. It means, for example, you see the mathematics, right? A equals to 10, B equals to 12, and A plus B equals to what is the value? 10 plus 12,
22.
22. So, but in mathematics, where I mean, you are not seeing like uh, 10 plus 2, 10 plus 12 equals to what is the result. This can be question you are saying. No, right? So 10 is going to be stored in A value. 12 is going to be stored in B value. So what is the result of A plus B? So this is type of questions that we are seeing in generally mathematics, right? So this concept also similarly we are going to store, okay, like PWD equals to something this value. So means this value stored in PWD. Okay. So next, and there is also one thing. This is a action mode buffer, and another thing is buffer syntax. You should know that there are two types actually. Sorry. So buffer syntax is flower bracket, caps B, and give a square brackets and then close. So for confirm password syntax that we are going to use this buffer syntax. So what you will mention in the square brackets, name of the buffer. Okay. So it means name of buffer means what? Square bracket, caps B. I mean, level bracket, caps B, square bracket, you should mention PWD and then close with flower bracket. So this is the password, I mean, this is the syntax that we are going to use in confirm password. Okay. This is the input. See, whatever the password is generating value, so that we are going to store the same value going to store in confirmed password also. See, what is the definition of buffer? It is the temporary storage which will store the values and can be reused at later point of time. So this is the meaning. I'm storing here in a variable called PWD, and I'm using it here using in another control all kinds of passwords. So this is not complete yet, but this is just only the intro sample and advanced simply way of using a buffer. So if you execute this test case, just see it, what will happen. Open URL. Okay. Click on register control. Enter the registration details. Already we mentioned here. Register registration success message. Log out and close browser. I'm going to execute this test case. Let's see. I think it can be failed. Right? Everything is executed. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, can you confirm back what is the use of cardinal? We make it zero to
Cardinality.
yeah.
See, cardinality is the, if you want to, if you increase the cardinality, right? So you can use a multiple operations on a single control. So what I'm doing here, just go to, if you go, if you use this here and if you're going to use this here, no, nothing is problem. So just go to jump to module attribute here. Okay. Now I'm going to cardinality, change 0 to 1 to 0 to n. By default, you can say 0 to 1. If you use n, so it will increase, it will create a duplicate control. Okay, that you can perform by using that. You can perform multiple operations on that particular control. So what I'm doing here, so first to password is I'm going to put the, I'm going to mention a syntax, right? And I want to, whatever the password is generating, right? Whatever the value generated, that I want to store in buffer. I want to store the value, and that value in further, later time, I want to use that. This is my concept. But for that, I need one more password control, right? So how do you identify that password control? You can't go and scan the application, and you can't identify that password again. If you do that, it won't work, right? Already you are identified the password, but you want duplicate one because you want to buffer the value which is generated, random generated thing, right? So that's why just go to jump to module attribute band attribute, and here there is a cardinality. You should increase to 0 to 1 to 0 to n, and then you can see. Sorry. Yeah. There is a, this is the one, the real one, and this is a duplicate one. You can perform multiple operations. Here you are giving random dynamic expressions. Here giving a value which is stored in buffer, and then whatever, you give one value in that control, and it will give another duplicate one. You can use that or you can leave it as it is. And this is confirm password. I can use only one time only, but it will give another duplicate one. You can use it or you can leave it as it is. There is no impact on your test case. Okay. Just I want to use a multiple. I want to do a perform multiple operations on one control. There are two operations on. Here I perform two operations on control, and here only one operation. And see, if you execute this test case, what will happen? Is that duplicate one? Is that impact on your test case? No. If you use that cardinality for every control, and after that also, it will not impact on your test case. It's just want to use multiple operations, you can use that, or otherwise just leave it as it is. Okay. Cardinality purpose is just if you want to perform multiple operations on that time only, you can use that cardinality. Or otherwise, if it is, in your test case, it is not used for you, it is not useful for you, then leave it. If you increase the cardinality, it's not impacted on your test case or your modules, everything. Everything. There is no difference if you increase the cardinality. In further sessions also, you will know more about what is the purpose of cardinality, where we are using this. This is the first cardinality, right, for you. So yeah, next test case also we are using cardinality, and you will know more about that. Okay. Up to that, you clear it, right? You got it?
Okay. Yes, yes.
Mm. And next we'll see. Uh, we will see in detail about buffer action mode. Okay. And we will see the concept of synchronization. So before we know buffer action mode, right, we should know the concept of synchronization that we'll discuss in next class, because that will go in another 1 hour. So cardinality is also a very big topic. Sorry, not cardinality, synchronization topic. I'm sorry. Okay. Just see, in interviewer, they will ask you what is random text syntax, random number syntax. So you should just by heart this random dynamic expressions. So this is the random, even if you know, if they ask you like the random regex equation that you know, so you should mention like this. Okay. Yes, I know. You should, you give an example and like this. Okay. Take one scenario and just mention this equation in chat box. Okay.
Okay.
Is it clear, guys?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yes, clear.
Yeah. So we'll see the next two concepts in next session on Monday. Okay. So
Okay.
Monday I will see your practice, whatever you have did. Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
okay.
Monday you should practice it.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we'll demo it. And did you share your this interview questions and answers?
Yeah, yeah. I'll one document is there, and I will share with you. Okay. And slowly, I will share the documents with you. Okay. First, whatever I have, you are attending the practical sessions, right? First, you practice that interview questions. Will prepared. Uh, it that is. First you should practice this whatever we have seen here. And after that, you prepare the interview questions. But now today, end of the day, I will send one document. Um, there is, I'll show the document here. This is the theoretical part interview questions. So what is Tosca, what are the advantages, and what is the version that you are using, and what are the components, like the components of Tosca. This type of interview questions they will ask you. So this is already I have some questions are prepared, and I will give the access in Drive. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, fine. Yes.
Yeah. So this type of question they will ask you definitely in interview. Okay. So just prepare well and do practice well.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, guys. See you on Monday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy
Bye.
Yes.
weekend.
Thank you. Happy
Same to
weekend.
you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care. Have a
Yes.
good day.
Same to you.
Yeah, thank you.